Hello, and welcome to another video. I hope you've all had a good day. As you can see, I've had a very nice one, and it's going to the evening. Don't mind the ears, it's quite breezy on the beach. So, once again, I'm in Test Pilots on VRChat. This time, I thought I'd go for a nice evening flight. Primarily because during the day there was so much on that when I got on, and by the time I'd finished, it was dusk. But never fear, I thought, we will do it. I can still see where I'm going, barely. And I took the old seaplane out for a spin. As you can see, there she is, sitting nice and pretty and lovely. So, and the city makes a beautiful view in the background. And the old lighthouse making sure that no planes come crashing into the shore at night. Yes. So, without further ado, how about I take you along with me onto a nice evening or nighttime flight. Let's go. I should have possibly thought about. There we go. No, wrong one. I will get this right. I'll take these out and sheet. Right, so. Gonna be a nice day tomorrow because it's shepherd's pie, red skirt night. And for those of you who haven't taken off from the sea before, it's very easy to do. Normal flight. And away we go. Up and away. For those of you who haven't used the seaplane before, there is an adjustment to make your cabin go up and down. Personally, I like lifting it like this way because it makes it quite a nice looking plane and a different one. So, for those of you who prefer the more modern style, it's entirely up to you. Let's gain some altitude. If you've been over in a plane at any time before, you realise sometimes it's quite pretty at night. When there's no one around shooting at the sky, you get a chance to enjoy it. Your flight plan. I'm not going to attempt to land, otherwise I know for a fact I'll blow up because I'm coming in too fast and too sharp an angle. And for those of you who watched my previous video, know that my landing to survival weight ratio is not that great. Still, we must persevere, just not this time. At least with it dark now, you've got a better idea of the HUD's up and everything. Purple lights, I've never noticed the purple lights before. Oops. I do believe there was a bridge that I did not see. Well, as you can see, don't fall in the river because it brings you out in all sorts of colours and diseases, and you don't kind of want to look like that. So let's go make it daytime so I can actually see what I'm doing this time, shall we? As you can see, this is the board for the world. And for those you haven't been up here before, if it's dark, if you ever come on here and it is dark, and you can't see for toffee what is going on, and you come up to the tower, and you go local sun, but I think it's dark when as well, so you go synced sun, and it's still not coming up. So you come to this globe by here, and you raise that, and lo and behold, let there be light. Woohoo! Right, so shall we try that again? The question is, shall we do the seaplane or any other planes? I think now I can show you the proper way to take off in the seaplane. So, hover over, there we're in. Make it look easy for once. Put your canopy down. Now, although you can take off like a normal airplane on the sea, this one doesn't have enough space. So remember, make sure your arrow is on the VTOL, which stands for vertical takeoff and landing. Reach forward, trigger, and you'll see that little graph come up. Pull back, 90 degrees for an upright takeoff, and then push forward. And away we go. And before you decide to, tip over backwards and crash, slowly ease it forwards, making sure you've got enough height. Should you drop, a bit more, flaps up, and away we go. And didn't that look so much easier, forgetting about the fact I just impacted on a bridge. This is not the ideal aircraft to be trying to make aerial maneuvers in, but it makes it a little bit more interesting. I think I'll make it down to where I was before without blowing up. So we'll try that again in the daytime. Yep, I think there's the bridge that decided to, blow me up. And I did put a theory to the test, because I did say to somebody once, well, they seem to fly through them. It's like, no, you actually do not fly through them, oddly enough. And believe it or not, I am still above the water. See, otherwise I'd have blown up then. So now, if you can see, I go to cabin position, and you can see now, and away we go. Isn't that funky? Just as we land in the water. A perfect landing, if I do say so myself. Right. Off we go. And away we go. And while this is a seaplane, you can sort of technically land on actual land. Let's see if we can do that, shall we? Well, I don't know how to manage this, but there's one of the myriad of landing pods. Back. Always remember it's on VTOL. There we go, like that. It's amazing how much you miss if you're not careful. Alright, this is going to be, well, probably a no-brainer on the fact I'm going to blow up, but see if we can manage it. Oh. I'm not going to make this, am I? I think the answer is going to be no. And I'm going to stall before I even get past. Let's see, 3, 2. I didn't even make it to 1. Anyway, for anyone who wants to have a tour of the city, this is a nice street. Mirrored glass, mirrored walls, long alleyways, plenty of open space. And yes, unfortunately they don't come supplied with a map, so I could get lost through the streets. So, back to base we go. Anyway, so much for an instructional video on the seaplane. Beautiful beast that it is. With that, I will bid you adieu. Hopefully it'll be something more informative and less explosion next time. Until then, bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.